everybody. My name is Princess Buttercup, but you can call me Butters. And my mom was supposed to film today, but she can't anymore because she burnt her face. That's right, she burnt her face like a big, dumb, stupid idiot. So now I'm here to step in for her, but let's be real, you guys would rather see me anyway. So let's make this quick, because I got stuff to do. If you didn't already know, my mom's book, The Savior's Army, is available for purchase now. It was just released yesterday, so if you haven't gotten a copy yet, you totally should. Go buy a copy. It's linked in the description below. It's available in paperback and in hardcover at all major retailers, and you can get it in Kindle ebook format on Amazon. It's also available in Kindle Unlimited. Go ahead and get your copy so that my mom can make some money, and then she can use that money to buy me salami. Be sure to also leave a review on Goodreads and Amazon. Even if it's just one sentence, reviews are essential to helping a book reach the masses. So leave a review, because I said so. My mom also has a quick announcement. She's releasing her very first course here on YouTube, and the first episode of the course comes out next week. This course is called How Writers Become Authors, a step-by-step guide for crafting your novel. It's all about creating and plotting your very own story. She's gonna start with creating a premise and work all the way through characterization and structure, all the way to the resolution. I don't know what any of these words mean, but it must be pretty important if my mom's making a course about it. Anywho, now for today's topic. My mom was gonna answer some of your questions about the Savior's Army, but she's not here, so I guess I gotta answer them, and I'll try to do my best. What is the Savior's Army about? Well, I think the Savior is trying to get an army. I mean, hello, that's what the title says. Okay, so Tobias and Leila have fled the Sovereign's tournament, but Vrondis is super mad about it because he's a big old bitch. He wants to kill Leila and then blame Kovar for her murder so that he can incite war. He doesn't care if the Thessen people die of plague because he considers them disposable, a means to an end. Dun dun dun! He wants to colonize the Alley Realms, maybe even move into the Outlands, and rule over as much land as he can, and he doesn't care about the casualties along the way. He sounds like a real big dick. But now his plan is all messed up because Leila is on the run and she's looking for her own army to take him down. But she's never left the palace, so she doesn't know how to navigate her realm. Fortunately, Tobias is there to help her get an army, and he knows the realm because he's got street smarts. But he's also got a ton of PTSD, so it's really starting to affect his judgment. So these two embark on their quest to find an army while Vrondis' soldiers are trying to find them, and those soldiers are everywhere. Will they find an army that can rival the Sovereigns? Will they escape his soldiers and stay alive? Find out in the Savior's Army. Is the Savior's Army the last book in the series? No! The Savior series is not a trilogy. It will have at least 4 books in the series. The Savior's Army actually ends in a bit of a cliffhanger. There's some closure, but probably not as much as readers would want, especially if you think this series is a trilogy, because it's not a trilogy. It's 4 books, at least. Is there any spice in the Savior's Army? Yes! The Savior's champion and the Savior's sister would be defined as sensual or smoldering romance, which means there's some sexual tension, but virtually no sexual acts. It's really weird to be talking about this with my mom's books, especially because I'm a dog. Anywho, the Savior's Army is spicy. There's about 5 spicy scenes in total. Some are brief, some are not so brief, some are kind of saucy, some are more loving, and some are even kind of funny because Leila and Tobias don't really know what they're doing. But anywho, if you've been waiting for them to finally bone, it happens in the Savior's Army. I'm personally a big fan of bones, but I don't think it's the bones we're talking about in this context. Will any of the other characters from the Savior series make a comeback in the Savior's Army? Yes! Every single character who is still alive by the end of the Savior's champion and the Savior's sister will make an appearance in the Savior's Army. The only exception to this is Dickus. I think he was still alive in the end of TSC and TSS, but I don't think he makes an appearance in the Savior's Army. But did anyone want him to? I don't think so. But you'll see Delphi and Naomi. You'll even see Wimbledon. What sort of readers is this book appropriate for? The Savior series is best read by readers ages 18 and older. By today's category standards, the Savior series would probably be listed as a new adult book, which means it follows characters between the ages of 19 and 25, and is written with that target audience in mind. Basically, if you're a grown-up, this book is fine for you. I'm only 7, so I don't think I can read it yet. Why did it take so long for this book to come out? Because my dad almost died, that's why. So basically, over the last few years, my dad endured a series of very severe medical crises. It was really scary and really stressful. And my mom kept starting to write this book and then having to stop and starting again and then stopping again because my dad was really sick. Anywho, then everything went to hell and my dad had the biggest medical emergency of them all. I was so stressed out, it was awful. But it was so bad that my mom had to pause both her writing and her YouTube so that she could be there for my daddy and also that she could recover from the trauma of everything. But don't worry guys, I was there to make sure they were both very supported and that they got lots of kisses. My mom's pretty bummed that it took this long for the book to come out, but she thinks this is the best book in the series. And most importantly, we're just all glad that my dad is doing much better and that his medical situation has improved. So that's all we got for you today. The Savior's Army is officially available, so go pick up your copy today. It's linked below. You can also check out my mom's other books, like How to Write Romantasy. That's a really good one. It's also linked below. You can check out the first few books in the Savior series, and you can also check out Shut Up and Write the Book. Stay tuned next week for the very first episode of my mom's YouTube course. It's going to be super helpful for anyone who is trying to learn how to plot their very own novel for the first time. And don't forget to subscribe to my mom's channel. She posts new videos on Wednesdays and she hosts live streams on Mondays. And if you want to be alerted as soon as she uploads, you have to ring that bell. All right, guys, that's it for me. Bye!
The third installment to the Savior series is finally here. Want to see what Tobias and Leila are up to after the Sovereigns tournament? Check out The Savior's Army by me. And if you want any updates about my other books, or if you just want some writing advice, be sure to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell. See you soon!